In Berlin, police swiftly shut down a pro-Palestine conference just after it kicked off, citing concerns regarding a speaker prohibited from engaging in political activities within Germany. Although the police didn't disclose the speaker's name, attendees of the Congress indicated on X that it was Palestinian researcher Salman Abu Sitta. This development unfolded alongside another incident where British-Palestinian Dr. Ghassan Abu Sittah was refused entry into Germany to participate in the conference.
So this morning at 10 o'clock, I landed in Berlin to attend a conference on Palestine, where I had been asked, along with many others in the UK, in the United States and in Europe, to give my evidence of the 43 days that I had seen in the hospitals in Gaza, working in both Shifa and Al Ahli Hospital. Upon arrival, I was stopped at the passport office. I was then escorted down to the basement of the airport, where I was questioned for around 3.5 hours. At the end of 3.5 hours, I was told that I will not be allowed to enter German soil, and that this ban will last the whole of April. And not just that if I were to try to link up by Zoom or FaceTime with the conference, even if I was outside Germany, or I were to send a video of my lecture to the conference in Berlin, then that would constitute a breach of German law, and that I would endanger myself to having a fine or even up to a year of prison. I then was asked at the end to book a flight back to the UK. My passport was taken away from me, and then I only got my passport back as I was boarding the plane. As Germany is defending itself against the Nicaraguan charges that it is an accomplice to the genocidal war, as described by the International Court of Justice. This is exactly what accomplices to a crime do. They bury the evidence and they silence or harass or intimidate the witnesses. And so, as members of a gang that has committed a heinous crime, Germany is doing its bit in that crime, which is to ensure that there is complete impunity, and so that the genocide can continue uninterrupted. So the Jewish intellectual Hannah Arendt, in the first lecture that she gave in Germany in 1958 after the Second World War, she said, "We humanize what is going on in the world and in ourselves by speaking of it. And in the course of speaking of it, we learn to be human. There is so much peril before us. To speak of it in earnest, to understand the causes and the alternative is to practice our humanity." And this crackdown on free speech is a dangerous precedent, because what is happening in Gaza is a dangerous precedent. We are watching the first genocide unfold in the 21st century. And for Germany to become implicated as an accomplice in silencing the witnesses of this genocide does not bode well for the rest of the century.
Airport authorities cited concerns for the safety of the people at the conference and public order as the reason for denying entry, Abu Sitta relayed to the Associated Press. Outside the venue, the crowd awaiting entry on Friday voiced slogans such as "Viva, Viva Palestine" and "Germany finances Israel bombs," while some brandished Palestinian flags. Berlin police have adopted a generally firm stance towards pro-Palestinian demonstrations since the Gaza conflict began, often imposing stringent conditions or outright bans on protests. It's crucial to highlight here that Germany faces accusations of complicity in aiding genocide in Gaza, as alleged in a case at the top UN court initiated by Nicaragua. This accusation is rooted in Germany's arms sales to Israel, whose conflict has claimed over 33,600 lives since October 7th. Germany stands as one of Israel's primary military suppliers, having dispatched €326.5 million worth of equipment and weapons in 2023, as per data from the Economy Ministry.